thing with advice here, you either take it or you throw it out. It's not a do or die affair. That is why it is called an advice. Or sometimes people do give bad business advice. And here in this video, I'm here to call out all of this bad business advice I have heard over the years, and I think you should watch out. You can either take it or leave it, but some of this advice will cripple your business. My name is Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Kindly do subscribe. I love to create videos for small business owners like myself, videos about money, videos about entrepreneurship. So kindly do subscribe. Let's get right into this video. One of the worst business advice you can get is when people tell you, just follow your passion. Follow your passion and do what your mind tells you to do. Or if you want to start a business, if that's your passion, follow your passion. But what they fail to tell you is some passion cannot be monetized, right? If you do your research and you realize that your passion is just an expensive hobby that you should just leave as an hobby and not turn into a business, then do not follow your passion. Instead, follow where the money is. So now you can evaluate that passion that you have and see how can I monetize it if you want to turn it into a business. So you have to evaluate, you have to research, you have to think outside the box and say, okay, will this my passion fetch me money if I structure it well? If it will not fetch you money, do not turn that passion into a business. You're going to just keep running around circle. And at the end of the day, you get exhausted and then you have to give up. So don't just follow your passion, follow where the money is. Now, there's this thing people say, they say, never say no to a customer. Oh, customer is king, customer is always right. Never say no to them. My dearest, sometimes your customers are out to cripple your business. So you also have to evaluate. I know some people that, because let's say, for example, this customer is a long-term customer and then this customer comes back to buy something and then asks for some ridiculous amount of discount. And then you're saying, and then they say, oh, then it means I won't buy. Sometimes it is better to let them go than to say yes to their request. So not all the time customers is always right. Not all the time you say yes to your customer. Not all the time you can actually say no to a customer. There's sometimes at the beginning of a transaction, you realize that this is going to be a problematic transaction, or this transaction is going to lead me where I do not want to go. You have every right to say no to that customer and tell them maybe some other time, or at this time this will not work for me. So do not take that advice and say always say yes, always say yes. Some people say, oh, whenever you see an opportunity, always say yes to it. Sometimes those are not even opportunities, those are just things flying by that you do not necessarily have to say yes to. And there's this other advice people will say, oh, just build a business, customers will come. No, customers will come, you just keep building the business. Now, if you're building a business without strategies, customer will never come. Some people are not even building businesses. They're just waking up every day and doing what I do not know and call it building a business. So except you have a proper strategy, don't just say, oh, I'll just keep posting anyhow on social media. I'll just make my website and do it whichever way I want. Oh, one day my own person will come and buy from me. No. You need to have your target audience at heart first before you even start creating content. So don't just say, oh, I'll just start creating and building, the customer will come. No, you intentionally create the kind of content that your ideal customer wants to see. In turn, they will come. Now you hear a lot of people say, oh, you just have to keep working, keep pushing, keep working, keep working. I'm here to break it to you that you keep working constantly is not a good advice. People will tell you, don't take breaks, keep working, work straight for 5 years. And no, you'll burn out. Now, there's constantly and there's constantly and there's also consistently, right? So you want to be consistent at a particular pace. It might be, let's say, for example, with your content, it might be once a week, but you show up again the next week, and then you show up again the third week, and then you show up again the fourth week. that is consistency. Now, constantly, you might be posting every day. It is without quality, without thought, and you're doing it every day, right? That is constantly and not consistent. Like, you will burn out. It will get to a stage where maybe at the third week you're already feeling burnt out. You understand? So what I always tell people is work smart. Look for a smarter way to do what you are doing, so that you also have enough time to rest. Because when you rest, your body recuperates and then you can come back and do better. This is actually one of the worst advice. And whenever I have the opportunity, this particular point, whenever I have the opportunity, I try to I try to let people know that it is so wrong. You know how people start a business and hoping that friends and family will be the one to elevate the business? It is totally wrong. Or they'll say, "Oh, just start. You're very popular on campus. You're very popular in church. Oh, just start. People will buy from you. You're a popular person." I'm sorry to break this to you. You're going to run down. Take a look at some celebrities that started a business because they think they're so popular. I'm not going to mention. I think they're so popular, local celebrities, even celebrities in the diaspora. They think they're so popular, they started a business. And where's the business today? Nowhere to be found. So you cannot say, "Oh, I want to sell my product or my services to friends and family." When they buy the first time, they buy the second time. They're already trying out new things because you're so close to them, they might not be seeing what other people will see. So this is what I tell people. I say, when you start selling to total strangers, when you can convince a total stranger to buy from you, then you have started running a business, right? So do not think, "Oh, your friends and family will support you," and stop taking it at heart when it feels like your friends and family are not patronizing you. What if they don't need a product? What if they're not your ideal target audience? Stop doing all of these things. It is just going to give you heartache, and then it's not going to give you room for growth. Next on this bad advice list is ignore your competitors. They will even give you example like, "Oh, if you're on the track running, you don't look at the person on the other track, you just face where you're going." Ignore your competitors. And people are so good at giving you examples with so many bad advice. Now, I'm here to tell you that in business, your competitors are actually not your enemies. You need your competitors, actually. You do need them. They're not your enemies. When your competitor is doing something, you can look at them, look at their loopholes, and do better. What I would not advise is for you to copy and paste what your competitor is doing, but look at what they're doing, check out what they're doing wrong, check out what you want to enhance in your own business, and then do it better. Another thing people say is, "Oh, you have to be ruthless as a business owner." No, you don't have to be ruthless. You have, what I tell people is you have to be firm with your decision. Being firm is different from being ruthless. Being ruthless is not kind. It means you can do anything to get to where you want to go to. No, you still need to have you still need to be ethical, not some sort. You still need to be ethical about how you run your business. Be kind, but most especially be firm with your decisions, be firm with your rules, be firm with things that will guide the business. But don't be ruthless. Don't be a heartless person because you want to run a business. Don't be a tyrant because you want to run a business. So let me know in the comment section, what other business advice have you gotten that you think, "Nah, this advice is off. I just don't want it." My name is Tara. Thanks for sticking with me to the very end of this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.